Is paid search a fit for every B2B tech company? So let's find out. So right off the bat, paid search does not work with every B2B tech company. Surprised? So let's explore a few scenarios where paid search is just not a fit. And the first example is going to be B2B companies that have a limited search volume. So imagine if you're a specialty medical device or selling a very niche piece of software. Your niche is so specific that there just isn't enough search volume for you to ever gain any real traction. The other example is if you're a generalist service company. So if you're a development shop, for example, without a clear niche or productized service, paid search may not be the best fit. Your offering is just too broad to get down to high intent individuals. If you have very selective sales criteria, for example, you can only sell to large brands that are doing over $100 million in revenue. The pool is so limited, and so will be the number of people searching. If you have a high cost per click and an overall low average customer value. So if your target keywords are incredibly expensive and you have a very low average customer value, the math just doesn't add up. Your customer acquisition cost just becomes too high to ever support running paid search campaigns. So if you're defining a new category, no one knows to search yet for the new category that you're making. In that instance, paid search is definitely not the way to go. What do I mean when I say that paid search is likely not to work out? And it really boils down to two main points. The first is that the math just doesn't add up. With paid search, you can track every single lead that converts. But if your ad customer acquisition cost is greater than 6 to 12 months for that customer conversion, then justifying the spend becomes very difficult to do. Ideally, your ad CAC should be under the 12-month benchmark. The second reason is just due to an overall lack of scale. Sometimes if the math works, the volume just isn't there. So you might start with a specific keyword and then go broad, or vice versa. But once you've exhausted all of your high intent keywords, you might then start venturing into more lower intent keywords, but you're generally just unable to generate enough new opportunities each month to justify the cost. So the number of deals you generate may just not be worth the overall effort into running the paid campaigns. So if you're a B2B tech company and you find yourself in this situation, it's very likely that paid search is just not a viable option for you. So the question is, what should you do instead? And this is where you want to adjust your customer acquisition strategy to adopt an either inbound and or outbound motion, if not both. For example, if you have a very well-defined market and then you know that you can easily get contact information for your customers, then setting up an outbound sales motion might actually be the best fit. And so we're looking at either cold email, cold calling, direct mail, or other types of direct response outbound motions. On the inbound front, there may be an opportunity to educate your market with demand generation type programs. So this could be organic content, organic social, and layering on elements of paid media to help boost overall brand awareness and drive conversions. In conclusion, paid search is worth exploring for every B2B tech company, but it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all solution. You really have to assess the viability of each channel for your business and your particular situation, and track overall how it maps to your end goals. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you found this insightful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more B2B marketing insights. Have a good one. Peace.